Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with the wrap-up video for Nivix Cyclops. Wow, oh wow, did that deck perform above expectation. It is amazing. It did very well in those games. The mono black, again, the mono black and mono blue were kind of weird because we basically only showed 2 games because the mono black guy had to mold a 5 on that game and kept 2 of the non-basic lands, and I was able to kill the 1 and then Mutavaults, that's what I'm trying to think of here. And then he just scooped. And then, of course, the mono blue got very greedy and kept a 1-land hand with no one drops. And that was a pretty easy wrap there. But other than that, I think the other games were quite interesting to watch. They're very close, and I was able to get in there for like the Teleportal. Just the ability to, and even the game that mono black killed me with Pack Rat, he was dead the next turn. He was just going to get overwhelmed eventually, but then he drew into that Gray Merchant, and that was game. Other than that, though, again, we were just one turn off from a win there. So, pretty even matchups, I think. Mono Blue seems like the easiest matchup for us, as we have too much hate for it between Izzet Staticaster's Electrickery, Turn and Burns, Mugging, Cyclonic Rift, Magma Jet, all the sideboard comes in. We just take out kind of the Armed and Dangerous route, keeping a Teleportal for that 1-turn kill. And, I mean, Guttersnipes can even get us there. They have a lot of dead cards versus us and whatnot. And also, the black-red matchup was very interesting. It shows that we can survive an incredibly aggressive deck. And the only deck that we did slip a little bit was that Prophet, the Rug Prophet deck. I never did actually see the Prophet, but I think that's why blue is in there. The Ral Zarek, the double Domri draw, the finding the Arbor Colossus off the top, all of that was pretty good draws on his part. It could have gone either way. Again, if he would have top decked into that Cyclonic Rift the last game, it would have been game just on our turn there with the double striking token and the hidden strings active for the Guttersnipe to ping him off. So I'm loving this deck. It's very fun. I don't know how competitive it would be at a large tournament, but I'm at the point that, man, if I do another PTQ, I just did a PTQ in Fort Collins, Colorado, and ran a super competitive junk mid-range deck that really tries to capitalize on all the Esper control and U-White control decks that are running around. And I did see a UWR, a white, red, blue control matchup, and it was very easy for me to take that matchup. And also an Esper control, very easy. But my deck underperformed against decks that I thought would be good matchups, like Boros, the Boros Devotion, and also RG Monsters, and I ended up going 3 and 5. So if I'm going to go to a tournament and go 3 and 5, I want it to be fun. So I'm definitely going to run. I think if I were to go to a tournament tomorrow, I'd run this deck, Nivix Cyclops. We did see it can be clunky. It probably has to mulligan more than its fair share, as we do need one more cantrip card like a ponder type card. Of course, I think Serum Visions is perfectly balanced. I think it's the weakest out of all of the cantrip cards. The one casting cost cantrip cards, besides that Quicken, because it scries 2 and then you have to, you draw a card then scry 2, so you can't even set up your hand before you actually draw a card. And I mean, I don't think it's too powerful in this format. There is no miracles right now, so things on the top of your library are definitely not as powerful as they were during the Avacyn Restored days. So I think Serum Vision would be a great reprint right now. If a card like that gets reprinted, this deck will be very, very powerful. Again, once we get that Temple, it's going to get that scry mechanic, and I think that we'll at least get 1 or 2 cards from Born of the Gods, and probably some more love with Journey into Nyx for the red-blue strategy. So we'll just have to wait and see those spoilers, see what we would put in this deck. I'm loving it. I don't know how you guys felt about this deck. I know it's we've done this deck before, and it didn't perform very well the last time we did it, but it performed very well this time around, and I absolutely had a blast. So definitely sleeve this deck up and play at your F&M. Series was brought to you, this Playing on a Budget was brought to you by Cool Stuff Inc. So if you're a fan of this, and if you're trying to get these cards, which are very cheap, please support this particular series and go support Cool Stuff Inc. They've been great to the Rogue Deck Builder in this series. They make it possible. Without them, these decks I would not be able to afford to brew these decks. So please go give them some love. And anyway, this has been Kevin with Gathering Magic and RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.